Is it safe to say that the Trump pump has been activated? And I know that that triggered some, but let's take a look at it. We know what the markets are betting in right now, with Bitcoin back up to nearly all-time high levels, breaking above 71,000 this morning. Gold already at all-time highs. Elon, the Musk, says that he wants to maybe end the Fed. Yeah, I got that one for you. And then we're going to talk about Codius. It's still here. They're still working on it. And maybe they're going to be bringing it back. All part of the XRP explosion in utility, activity, and money moving around. Speaking of money moving around in the XRP ecosystem, I dropped it yesterday. XRP meme coin pump operation exposed. I had to do it privately. Folks that haven't been around for a while don't understand how much I've been attacked in the past and still up today. If I speak negatively about any project, if I expose anything like this, the wolves come out and they come at me in a major way. And so to protect myself, my family, my businesses, some of this stuff I have to just share privately. So once again, I'm going to link that up down below if you guys want to see that. Once again, this is how the meme coin game is played. No surprise to see it here. It's just that we've had the largest coordinated pump operation take place so far. And I think it was a good learning lesson. And thankfully, myself and many in my community, we made our money and then took the money and ran. So once again, let's get right on into the episode here, folks. We got Bitcoin pumping. 71,600 is where we ran up to earlier today. We're at 71.4 right now, watching this thing. Real strength. And like I've been saying, we flipped the trend going a while back here. Clear breakout. If you zoom out to the weekly, we'll need to see if we can hold this. But right now I'm on the 4-hour chart, climbing back up here as I record this episode. So we are moving for sure. So yesterday we watched Bitcoin break above 70,000 and Bitcoin dominance had grown to about 59.9%, nearly 60%. We've seen it cool off here slightly, and now that we've held this level, we've had some time to distribute some liquidity around the rest of the cryptocurrency space, with XRP back up to about 52.5 cents this morning. But this is what I wanted to show you guys right here. We have every type of institution now represented in the Bitcoin ETFs. This is from Eric Balchunas. Emory University reported 15.8 million worth of Bitcoin, the first endowment to report a Bitcoin ETF position. With that, every institution type is now represented in the Bitcoin ETFs. Endowments, banks, hedge funds, insurance companies, advisor, pensions, private equity, holding company, VCs, trusts, family office, and even brokerages. Absolutely insane feat for category less than a year old. Akin to winning all 4 tennis Grand Slams before your 16th birthday. So we've talked about this, the incredible success of the Bitcoin ETFs. And the question then remains is, where else are folks going to want to get exposure in the cryptocurrency space? We've been saying they are going to want exposure to XRP. The XRP ETPs have already been filed. They are on the way. But the other big one that I'm watching for is the large cap funds. I think that a lot of these institutions, for them, moving into a position that brings them a little bit of diversity, right? Why have the ETFs and all these mutual funds grown in size so big over the past couple decades, right? It's because it allows you to get exposure to whole industries, sectors, trading strategies. And that's why we've seen the explosion in ETFs and the Bitcoin record smashing, just been smashing records ever since its introduction earlier this year. And I think that we're just getting started. Now, continuing on, why is this happening? Well, clearly they are flipping their position. Remember, it was, nothing to do with crypto, pet rock. And now we have the suits shilling $3 million Bitcoin predictions. Now, this is Van Eck, and they've obviously been very bullish. It seems like once the suits got their ETFs all ready to go and sell you, then we started seeing the $3 million predictions. Larry Fink said that cryptocurrencies are going to transcend traditional currencies. He saw the light. And so they've really flipped on here. And what I really think has spurred this is the exposure for the ETFs and for Bitcoin is all there. And so what it's done is it's allowed for folks to price in this Trump election. One, we've seen bonds sell off. So bonds have spiked. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video about how the bonds have blown up in the face of the Federal Reserve. So that's part of the Trump pump, which is actually a sell-off in bonds. But in the stock market, we've gone up to new all-time highs. And then for cryptocurrency, we are back up here approaching all-time highs for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can break that all-time high and just hold it for a little bit, we're going to have plenty of liquidity to distribute throughout the rest of the space. And historically, what we've always seen is that Bitcoin moves first and then liquidity gets distributed after that. That's when our XRP bull run comes in. So this is all happening at the same time. What's happening with gold? Well, gold's already at all-time high, and we just watched gold funds posted a $3 billion of inflows last week, the second largest on record. This is more than triple the average amount seen over the last few weeks. Massive inflows fueled gold prices, which have rallied 33% year to date and are on track for their best year since 1979. As a result, gold currently trading with new record high market cap of 18.4 trillion. That ain't no meme coin market cap, right? That's real money market cap. 18.4 trillion for gold. All while central bank gold reserves as a percentage of total currency reserves reached 12.1, the most in over 3 decades. Everyone is piling into gold, which is interesting to watch, right? I don't like buying stuff at all-time high. Well, the central banks are still buying. Institutions are still buying. Just posted, right? Second largest inflow, second largest inflow on record, right? Same thing's taking place with Bitcoin right now, right? You got to respect it, right? I'm not a big Bitcoin guy, but you got to respect the pump. Bitcoin has exposure now through all these ETFs. If you want Bitcoin, you can find a way to get it. Every single type of institution is in. If you're an individual, as long as you have an internet connection on this planet, you can pretty much get you some Bitcoin, right? So what are we seeing? Bitcoin pushing back up towards all-time high, gold already there. This is the chart for gold, and I'm going to actually zoom this out to the last month so you can see, the back test that we got there right at the beginning of the month to 2,626. Didn't even break below 2,600, and then we just climb back up here, and we continue to soar back up. We might go set a new all-time high today, actually, 2,768 right now for gold. Slide on over to silver, and you can see that we're holding this level at 34 really well. And you just love to see it. It's just a beautiful thing. 1 month chart here, you can see, we broke above 35, right? And then we've been consolidating here at that $34 range. I got that linked up in the description down below for the precious metals 401k rollover or directly to your door. Just let us know. Now, this is what I love to see right here. Ron Paul retweeting out Elon Musk's plan for the government efficiency and to cut $2 trillion from the budget. Well, Ron Paul likes that idea. Start with some of the biggest welfare recipients, the military-industrial complex, pharmaceutical-industrial complex. That's a good start. Oh, wait, but there's more. Let's also end the Fed. To that, Elon Musk responds, needs to be done. Whoa, is Elon Musk an end the Fedder now? Come on in, right? Join the party, Elon Musk. Let's go. Been incredible to watch this campaign. Big rally that Elon was speaking there at the Madison Square Garden rally that Trump hosted. And so, like I said, this is all the Trump pump happening right now. He's being favored in the betting markets, even polls coming out of swing states right now. I'm not going to delve into the politics too much, but it's clear the markets are pricing in this Trump pump victory. But I will continue to caution. I know it's not sexy. I should just be a pumper. I should just pump it up like everybody else. But I do like to caution because these folks don't want to see Trump get in, and they're willing to do a lot. And in fact, I think that they're willing to actually break this thing before they hand it off to him. So that's what I'm watching for. But in the meantime, I mean, is this not what we wanted, right? Trump talking about cutting taxes, all income taxes. I heard that he mentioned something about cutting taxes on cryptocurrencies if they're made in the USA. Does he even know what that means? No, but hey, this is the rhetoric that I want injected into our political conversation, right? This is the rhetoric that I want to have a conversation about, ending the Fed. This used to be, we were whack jobs. You thought us XRP folks were whack jobs. We are crazy in the XRP community, but we were insane back in 2008 to 2012 when Ron Paul ran for president back then, and he was running on a platform of slashing the government, of getting rid of the Fed, and at the bare minimum, at least getting an audit of the Federal Reserve. Nobody even knew what the Fed was. Now we're exposing the Fed. We're exposing Big Pharma with RFK, right? Make America healthy again. America is back. The people want America first, and they want a level playing field, and it's just that simple. We don't want to play politics. We don't want the him and han when we ask you a direct question on a policy. We want a clear direction. And I think that that's what we're getting, and that's why the markets are moving up. And I think that they still have some room to run, especially during this time of uncertainty, right? There's two ways that this can go. The uncertainty can cause folks to leave, but right now the certainty is Trump's going to win, and folks are positioning themselves for that. I just like staying hedged against black swans, against what they're willing to do as they lose power once again. Now, we did see here that CTO Stephen Thomas and co-creator of the Interledger protocol, this is Ripple's first CTO, right? Just did an interview here with Evan Schwartz where they are talking about Codius actually is still there, that there will be a new version of Codius. Now, this is at one time was called, by some, the most sophisticated smart contracts platform in the world. It's interesting to note that they are still working on it. The rumors and the speculation has been that it was a dead project, that nobody was really working on it, that it wasn't going to be revived. Clearly, it looks like they still are, a new version on the way. And the main point that I'm just going to bring home with this one is that this is the interoperability and explosion of utility that's coming to XRP, right? It's not just the meme coin silliness. It's also this interoperability with the EVM sidechain. We're about to get connected with 55 other different blockchains. We have Zahao, Flare, all these projects, right? It's the hub and spoke model where the main hub of liquidity is the XRP ledger. And then the spokes are all of the smart contract platforms that are building around us. And some are connected in different ways, whether it's a bridge, right? Zahao did the burn to mint for a limited amount of time. I did get enjoyment out of watching people burn their XRP, as someone who's a long-term believer and holder of XRP. Does bring me a little bit of satisfaction to see people locking it up and especially burning it. It's gone forever, making XRP even more deflationary. But as we get connected with all these smart contracts and XRP gets wrapped on these other blockchains, right? It's all just more XRP getting locked, XRP getting burnt, and that's going to be deflationary. And we know what happens when you bring that into the supply-demand dynamics of XRP. Right now, it's artificially being suppressed while all of this gets built out, established, and we're just hoping in the meantime that Ripple doesn't flip the switch while we're aped into all the meme coins, right? But guys, it's bullish out there. This is a fantastic pump that we're watching. I do love it. If you're in a position that you've, made very, handsome profits on, maybe consider hedging, right? Just because we know what these folks are willing to do as they lose power, and they've lost control of gold. Bitcoin, they still, I think, actually are in control of. They've gained control through the suits and Wall Street coming on in. But the rest of the space, right, they're still attacking Ripple, XRP. There's still some things that they're trying to button up before we can actually move forward. But I think as long as we survive whatever they're going to send at us over the next few months, and as long as we hopefully achieve some sort of peaceful transition of power, the sky's the limit for where this goes next. So prepare yourself accordingly. Stay hedged, stay liquid, keep praying, keep prepping, and everything else can be found at zachrector.com. I got quick links in the description down below. If you appreciate our updates and our content that we're dropping, make sure you smash it for me. Help me out by sharing it out far and wide, and everything else can be found at zachrector.com. We'll see you in the next one. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.